Guys, last night against Wigan, I'm going to talk about Wigan first because it's so easy being an Arsenal supporter to go, yeah, 4-0, like I'm listening. But you know what? Wigan have got some really decent players. And the Wigan fans, for one, were brilliant. The one thing I love, they're 2-0 down and they started singing. You can only score two goals or something to that effect. I thought it was brilliant. Brilliant fans. They were absolutely singing, not all the way through. At 4-0, they went a little bit quiet, but you can understand. Fans are brilliant. Some of their players, I thought, absolutely. That number 10, he's not going to stay. If they go down, is it Taylor? The guy is not the tallest of guys, strong as an ox. He gave our centre-halves, a few problems. What everyone would say there was no, but he did. I was listening to somebody saying, our centre-halves had nothing to do. Well, you must be blind, mate, because there were 2-3 occasions, and only 2 or 3 I know, where he actually gave them a torrid time. His work rate is incredible. He's physically really very strong because he's not the most massive guy. I mean, he's not small, but he's not massive. And seriously, he's running off the ball into his positional play, I thought was brilliant. He's not going to stay at Wigan like that. What I didn't quite understand is the manager. Wigan are down there, 22nd. Looks like they're going to get relegated. Well, if they play the sort of tactics they played against us, well, of course they're getting relegated. They came to Arsenal. Any team that comes to Arsenal, this is including Man City and Liverpool, have actually played really defensively, low block, tried to stop us from scoring. He came and they went for it. They were sort of right up at the halfway line, in the middle. They left themselves open at the back. Madueke had a great time because he was only being marked by the fullback at the halfway line. So all he had to do was knock it past him and there he had, yards behind him. The same as Martinelli. And, their midfield, because they were pushing up, once we got through, but, again, there was loads of room behind them. That's why you look at that Eze pass that went for the goal. It was straight through for, our forwards to run onto. So the manager's tactics, I just don't understand. But other than that, I thought they played, quite well. But they're playing against a different class of players. As for Arsenal, I'm not going to go jumping up and down. The first half was great. We enjoyed it. Second half, I nearly fell asleep. What the hell's going on there? We come out with 2 more injuries. Calafiori, what the hell's going on? White, that worries me, White, because I actually, whatever anyone says, as an overall player, I find him better attacking than Timber. I really do. I'm not saying he's a better defender, but attacking-wise, when he's top-notch, him and Saka and Odegaard have a great understanding, and he goes down that wing. But it looks like he's picked up another injury. I listened to what people are saying about the individuals. Norgard, why he's not being played more, I don't understand. Every time I see him, he wins balls in the air, he's calm, he's, long balls, short balls. The guy is a really good player. And Arteta is overplaying some of our players, and Norgard's not getting a chance. Why bother having him in the squad? Why buy him? What, just for FA Cup low-level games? That guy should be played more to give other players a rest. He really should. Zupermendi's looking tired. Rice is looking a little bit laboured. Play Nordgaard a little bit more. He was brilliant yesterday. Jesus was... We're talking about third division opposition. Jesus was non-existent, lacking of speed, gets caught offside so often, and half the time he's playing in midfield. He was playing in midfield half the time. At one stage, he was at right... Well, more than one stage. I saw him at right fullback. One, I accept. He covered. But he was playing in the defence, he was playing midfield. He's a centre-forward. He's a centre-forward, but he hasn't got the speed for it. And I understand that. And you say, the little chip, but no. Honestly, guys, he had an awful game. An awful game. He's not up to it anymore. I'm sorry. And everyone says he needs to get match fit. The guy that worries me is Skelly, not looking confident. Again, he got caught out a few times. Madueke, Martinelli, I think it is a good combination down both wings. I really do. As far as I'm concerned, it was a decent win, 4-0, great. Eze, I'm not going to go jumping up in the air about Eze. I love Eze, but you're playing against players that are technically not as good and physically not as fast. And he had more space to play that lovely game. When he plays against a low block against Premier League opposition, it's not so easy for him. So let's not all jump on the bandwagon yet. I hope he comes good. Other than that, it's 4-0 win. Quite happy. Next through to the next round. I want Man City. I want Man City. I know you're all going to say nuts, but you've got to beat, the best. And if we get Man City and we can beat them, I think that puts a bang. It puts everything down to now we've laid our marker. Man City, why not? Football Chat Uncensored. Let's not be scared of anyone. Reno talking.